Hello, Mr. Shard here to talk to you about one of our favorite things to eat. Most people's favorite things to eat is cheese. Okay. Now, this was just the variety of cheese that I had in my fridge. Okay, don't judge. There's a lot of different cheese, I know. Okay, but I like cheese. My wife likes cheese. My kids like cheese. I can't eat too much cheese anymore because my body doesn't love it very much. I like it, but my body's like, you shouldn't eat so much cheese, okay? But here's the deal with cheeses. Now, what makes a cheese? There's so many different kinds of cheeses. Okay, you've got, this one's a Parmesan cheese. This one is cream cheese, which we all love, it's delicious. A mild cheddar, which I cut a piece for me. Pretty yummy. A Colby Jack cheese, which is shredded style. Feta cheese, which typically comes from a goat, but this one's just from cow cheese or from cow's milk. This is an interesting one. I'm not sure you pronounce it correctly exactly, but halloumi cheese. It's a grilling cheese, quite interesting. You can literally grill it. It's delicious, by the way. A Gorgonzola cheese, which we'll get into that in a second. And this one's a Saint Angel cheese. Now my sister brought these, or these two. And I don't typically have Gorgonzola cheese. Why? Because you can see something interesting about this cheese. Right about there is a good example of it. Yeah, that's mold. Now, how do they make different cheeses? All cheese comes from milk. Whether it's cow's milk, or goat's milk, or sheep's milk. And then they take those milks and then they add enzymes and bacteria to it, and it creates a cheese. And now some age for a long time, which the process of some of this cheese is really fast. The mild cheeses are cheeses they make and then they serve to you. And then the cheeses that are more sharp, they call them, are aged for longer. It's a science to make a cheese, which is what they do for all different kinds of cheeses. You see here, they're all different levels of hardness. For instance, Parmesan cheese we put in spaghetti is a really hard, super hard cheese that's just comes in crumbs. A soft cheese would be cream cheese, which you can spread easily onto a bagel, which is delicious, okay? So all these different kinds of cheeses have different purposes, different flavors, different textures, all kinds of different things. Now, what's always kind of interested me is blue cheese and Gorgonzola cheese. I do not like them very much. Some people love blue cheese, Gorgonzola cheeses that have molds in them. And you say, Mr. Shard, you shouldn't eat things with mold. Correct. You should not eat things with mold on them because they can be harmful for you. But these cheeses are made with a mold that is it's called a penicillium, not penicillin, a penicillium cheese, a mold that is actually healthy for you. Now, you can only eat the moldy cheese that is intentionally made to be moldy. Don't eat cheese that has mold on it or bread that has mold on it. And don't eat food that has mold on it unless it's blue cheese or Gorgonzola cheese or it's supposed to have mold in it. I know it sounds kind of weird, but it actually helps preserve the cheese because it's a safe mold to eat. Some people say it's even healthy to eat. But I've got an example of this, okay? The Gorgonzola, which I don't usually buy at all, but my sister bought it. And so I've got an example of it here, which I just previously cut. Now you can see it up. There is a big chunk of mold right here. And you're like, oh yeah, that's a big chunk of mold. Well, I'm just gonna eat it for you. I don't love it, okay? I will eat a lot of things, and this is what I will eat, but it's not my first choice of cheese. There we go. It is creamy. It's creamy for sure. The mold flavor, not my favorite, okay? I knew it wasn't gonna be that yummy because I had some earlier, but I will try most things. So I made myself a cracker of this cheese, which is the St. Angel cheese. It's a very soft cheese. Actually, even looks like butter on there. It's not butter, it's actually cheese. Way better in my opinion. Oh yeah. Get that flavor of that Gorgonzola cheese out of my mouth. Maybe even some more cheddar cheese. That's better. So, moral of the story is, you can eat cheeses that have mold only if they're made to have the mold, like the blue cheese or the Gorgonzola cheese. Personally, I don't love them. Blue cheese is an even stronger flavor. I really don't like that at all. The Gorgonzola cheese, not as horrible. Not my favorite still. I would stick to the other cheeses that I'm more, I mean, the mild cheeses. Okay, the cheddar there, mild. Can't focus. Okay, the mild cheddar. Or cream cheese is obviously very, very mild. All the cheeses, this Colby Jack is very mild. Feta cheese can be strong, but this is made from cows, not goats, like it could be. So enjoy your cheeses. Cheese is pretty healthy for you. Okay, good source of calcium and proteins. And again, the molded cheeses, you can't eat them if you want to. Some even say they're good for you. I would stick to the non-molded cheeses myself, but some people love them, not me. So there's your cheeses. Enjoy and adios.